We're here with head men's soccer coach Phil Hindson previewing Wednesday evening's matchup at Pacer Pit in Aiken, South Carolina. Face a really good USC Aiken team at 7:30. Let's go back again like we do every time, revisit Saturday's game against Young Harris. Obviously, you knew what you were going to face coming in. What did you learn about your team on Saturday?
I mean, they didn't give up. They didn't give up, but they're too strong and they have too much depth. So we never really had a chance, But they, it is what it is.
Now it doesn't get any easier for you. Obviously, you go down Wednesday and face the second-ranked team in the conference right now in USC Aiken. What do you know about them, and what kind of challenges will they present to your team?
I think it's a similar team that they always have. They've always been good, and it hasn't necessarily shown in the results. At least the 5 years I've been here, but it seems like they're maybe catching a little bit stronger than they have been this year. But they're just very athletic, going forward, will cause you problems, can score various different ways. So it'll be a tough game, but I think again it's definitely a winnable game as well.
2 games left in your regular season. Wednesday night at USC Aiken, then you go on the road again on Saturday and play Chiwan. What do you hope to see from your team this week in preps for the PBC tournament?
I think just getting back to where we were even a week ago. We've been playing well, so even for most part against Erskine we did well. So I think just getting back that and not allowing this Young Harris game to follow through into Wednesday.
We're here with women's soccer head coach Lars Andersson previewing Wednesday evening's matchup, 5 o'clock at Pacer Pit in Aiken, South Carolina, against a very much improved USC Aiken team. But let's go back to Saturday, big 2-0 win over Young Harris here at Varsity Grounds. Talk about that win, what you learned about your team.
Well, I thought we came out very flat in the first half, and Young Harris were maybe even the better team in the first half. Was it the fact that we'd read the newly published NCAA Southeast Region poll, and we were concerned about the where we were at in that poll, and knew that this was a quote-unquote must-win game? I don't know. It's my job as a coach to make sure that the players are ready to play regardless of the opponent, and we did not play a very good first half. Now, I told the players at halftime, no need to push the panic button. We need to make a few adjustments, and we will get the result that we're looking for. And I thought they came out a completely different team in the second half. We score early on in the second half on what I thought was a beautiful goal, a free kick by Courtney, and once again, Rayshana came through. She's just become a sensational player when it comes to heading the ball, and it was a beautiful goal. I thought picture perfect. And then the second goal was, again, a great goal by Rayshana, an outstanding cross by Amber, who did the build-up to that goal. But really a tale of two halves, and I was very pleased with the way we, I think it's a sign of a good team when you can come in at halftime and make a few adjustments and really play better in the second half. So I take away the positive. We played a very solid second half.
Now let's talk about the region rankings that came out last week. UNCP 5th in the initial region rankings. You know that there's still more work to do, but explain what your chances are down the stretch, and what your team needs to do down the stretch to be jockeyed into a position.
Well, I think it's a little early to say exactly where we need to be. I think for the first poll, our goal is always to make sure that our name is in the mix, so to speak, and then. I think you can't spend too much time looking at the poll and trying to figure out the poll. Then you forget about playing the games. And we got 2 games left in the regular season. Both are obviously Peace Belt games, 6 potential points to be had here. We play a very good, as you said, very good USC Aiken team on the road. They're always a tough out at their place. And then we bring Columbus State in and play them at home, a game that is going to have us playing one of the perennial powers and one of the best teams in the country, and a game that I look forward to. But we're certainly not looking past Aiken. Right now our focus is on going to Aiken, South Carolina, and coming back with 3 points. But yes, I mean, do we keep an eye on the poll? I understand the system. I understand how it works out. Obviously, the 2 times that we made the NCAAs, we've made it as an at-large team, so I do understand, but we're trying to make sure that we stay focused on the game at hand, which would be obviously the USC Aiken game.
Now let's talk about this USC Aiken team. Obviously, in the past, they've been a team in the bottom third of the conference, but they've obviously made some adjustments this year. 2 spots behind you in the PBC standings. Obviously, going to be a tough contest for you on Wednesday.
Oh, absolutely. And you know, even the years last year, USC Aiken narrowly missed out on making the conference tournament. I believe they finished 9th, the spot right below obviously the top 8 teams make it. But you know, we tied and 1-1 at home. They've been a tough out as long as I've been in this conference. They always play with great passion. They have a couple of special players on that team. They're you know, a very physical team. They're very committed to their style of play. And you know, sometimes they say in sports it's all about matchups. You know, for your team, certain teams are good matchups, others are not. I'd say USC Aiken is a challenging matchup for us, and we take absolutely nothing for granted. We've scouted them, and we're going to prepare specifically for them in training today. And then obviously we look forward to playing them on Wednesday at 5.